Did you know that in a zombie apocalypse, one very vital ally is a scientist capybara? I'm not making this up and you won't believe it, but it's true. So I have Nuntius Games in Lurkit to thank for allowing me to show you Ghetto Zombies. It's an action shooter and quite a chaotic one at that I hear. So graffiti is in a main thing about this game, transforming every neighborhood into a personal gallery of survival art. Obviously, there's zombies to fight here, and have to confront this Carne Seca mastermind who keeps coming in with new forms and abilities, and logic defying weapons, such as catch up pistols, bubblegum launchers, and more understandable and normal water guns. And there's a scientist capybara by the name of Professor, I'm thinking Vera, capybara. So working to reverse the zombie apocalypse. And there are charismatic animations, vibrant pixel art like on the title there, and a soundtrack to blend intense action with pure fun and creativity. I probably want the soundtrack playing to be at 100% as well. I think I'd feel better if that were the case. And there's more of the resolution I want, especially since I'm playing full screen on another monitor. Don't know what it's talking about with aim type, but I'll worry not about it later. And there's different assistance options like invincibility. No thank you, but if you want it, it's there. Colorblind mode. Protanopia, Deuteranopia, Tritanopia. So that's very nice. That's very, very helpful for those with impaired vision. Then player and enemy markers, vibration, and a slow mode. All good to know. And it's showing a PlayStation controller here. If anything, it could still apply to anything. I don't know, because on the bottom right corner it says B for back. We have a circle right here, but it's the same general thing. Move menu, move aim. There's a dash button, a recharge button, melee and interact. R2 is to shoot, then the ones are to change gun, and L2 to aim. All good to know here. And there are the Ghetto Zombie protagonists here. It looks like Kath, Babao. I'm not convinced that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but probably gonna play as him because that hair. Duder or Dutter? I'm not sure. And I want to think Viri. It looks like an R instead of a K. Kath is a more easier to pronounce name. I may not be a fan of the slowness, but the height and the hair gives, if not me, an earlier me back in my 20s. So I gotta give him a go. It was another sunny day in Villa Fundino. The kids were playing in the street, the moms were cooking, and as usual, there was no running water in the pipe. Suddenly, sinister things began to happen. First, the TV and internet signal disappeared, and a large cloud of smoke and siren lights could be seen on the other side of the bridge where the big city was located. A few hours after the chaos, some motorcyclists came from the big city and broke the news. Something had contaminated the city's water, and the citizens who drank the water were turning into zombies. It wasn't long before the first zombies were spotted crawling through the streets on the other side of the bridge, heading towards Villa Fundijo. I like to think Villa, not Villa, but it's not 2L, so it's probably Villa Fundino. That's when the first barricades began, and the people of Villa Fundinho starts what would become the city's resistance against the zombies. Much time passed, and Villa Fundinho developed and grew, and it became a great safe fortress protecting humanity against the zombies, which took over the streets of the outer area, now known as Villa Perigo. Professor Vara, a renowned scientist, gathered the best minds in the village and founded a great center for guns development and research to fight against the zombies and tried to develop a cure for the virus. That is a capybara there working with humans. And so began the Z Squad. They are a squad of teams mutants with special abilities trained to face the most powerful zombies in Villa Perigo and bring peace back to Villa Fundinho. The Z Squad they are. This part of the city doesn't have much color. Hell yeah! Let's find some walls to tag. And I see controls there. Alright, but first let me wipe out these zombies. Now Professor Vera won't be on my ass. That's a shotgun there. Zoom in with L2. Do I have infinite ammo? No, I don't. Trying to reload. Or did it take time to reload? Yeah, it's taking time to reload. So let me go all Jet Set Radio on that. What do we got with these here? I have a key to unlock that, I'm sure. Before I do a thing, let me go ahead and hit this zombie and get rid of them. I'm a junior hunter for having killed 10 of them. And I have the stars. All guns founded are in the HQ arsenal. Come here and check them out later. Okay, now I can switch guns. And what a face. When he's running and then when he's standing still. And I do need to hold that until it's done. That makes sense. But it also would bring some trouble. I couldn't dash through them. I had to wonder if, what do I wonder? I don't even know what I wonder now. I can break the boxes. That triangle is how to do the melee attack. What old school music here. Glad to get some health back with that. Yeah, there's the melee attacking. I don't know if there's much point with that. Okay, I think it's not necessarily his fist. It looks like he's throwing down a basketball to slam dunk so to get a ground pound. If that's the case, that's pretty cool. Is it just boxes or is it also trash cans? Yes. But I ought to be careful because I won't have all the ammo in the world. And so I guess I actually have to do a number of graffiti shots. Another key. And how am I getting headshots? Can I dash through an enemy to avoid the hit? Looks like yes. But I do have a limited amount of ammo, so I better be careful. Need to get better at dodging, too. And there's a trophy for getting 10 dashes done. Not a trophy, an achievement. I always misread that because I'm more an achievement person than a trophy person, but still. Girls are fast. So I must have to do a certain number of tags before I can go to the next place. Wow, a special gun. The more stars it takes to open a dumpster, the higher your chances of finding one. That's good to know. There's probably an achievement for breaking 10 crates. And there's a zombie out there in the water. Wanted to think I could shoot that, but I can't. And what's this? Oh, does it take me back to base? Looks like HQ areas. Change guns and upgrade hero in the arsenal. Train against holographic zombies in the simulation room. Then check out Professor Vera's discoveries on the second floor. Recharge special guns with Plasma Boy in the tech wing. Then try playing another hero. They're in the lounge, not lounge. And there they are right there. All good to know. I don't feel a need to go to the second floor yet, though. Oh, that's dash meter that's doing the dashing. Zombie DNA research, but can't enter the lab on the second floor. Then what's here? Upgrades? Yeah. But I need upgrade points in order to do that. Health points and shield. Chance to deal critical hits, melee damage, and strength to carry heavy guns. Faster and a higher chance to miss enemy attacks. More dashes and makes energy recover faster. All good to know. So I guess I'd be putting weapons there. I kind of want that sign again. But the apostrophes aren't showing up here. Kind of feels bad about that. Then the Z bus. I'm allowed to go into the... Oh no, this is the hologram room. What's the point of melee attacks if not desperation when running out of weaponry? I don't really feel like doing this right now, though. Then talk to Professor Vera. That's another achievement there. All fine. I can go back out there now. But I didn't know that that's what that's all about. I want to break these things. Whoa. I had to do that because it was either me or the doggo. I don't want to get hurt and killed by doggo. But I can't reach that. I can't go back that way. Now leveled up. You got a skill point. Use the upgrade panel at the top of the HQ to improve your character. That's all good to know. The shield sure protects me, though. I need more stars. Seriously, some of these zombies run fast. What does this do? The big punch. Spent 100 bullets. That ain't as much. But it is rapid fire, actually. That's fine to think about. Glad to have the shield help me out at times. That's some pushback, some knockback right there. I better reload that. Need to get more stars. This is a big tag that takes 2 parts to make happen. It ain't doing much, but it is letting me breathe, which in itself can be a big deal. So the zombie heads are what you pick up to get experience points. I'm glad to see that. Let me tag this too, or finish this tag. Let me dash out of the way and try to rapid fire these punches. Not everything's gonna hurt all that bad, though. And that doesn't have to reload all the way. And there's been plenty of ammo with this. But it's also... You really... Can you upgrade the guns, even? I don't even know. But I do have the stars to open that next dumpster. That I do know. I would want to be quick on the whole change guns thing. So... I wonder. Oh, that's the catch-up blaster. Rapid fire there. All that uses very special ammo. I think I'll take the catch-up blaster with me. It's different. You don't see it much. That's something that needs to be recharged. So I have to be careful about that. In the meantime, I'll probably look for a new tag to make. There's some power to the catch-up blaster, though. And that I can appreciate very much. There's more tagging to do here. It sure attracts the attention of zombies, though. It does look good in motion, though. And this is a kind of shooter that I don't mind. It's very silly. It's still action-y. I almost thought that was somewhere I could go up, but no, that's higher up is what it is. Is that different than this? Yes, it is. It's got a higher clip. Or a bigger clip. I almost feel like that's got more stopping power. It's hard to know what I would want to do. Maybe I want to try the new hotness. If it's hotness, that is. But But I see the other thing, the tag, so I'll be able to get to that dumpster too. Is that a faster rate of fire? I'm not sure. But I can't do much while I'm waiting for it to reload. I'll get the catch-up blaster out. Definitely want to use it on the bigger zombies. I know that. Especially if I can hit the head. So I have to wait to the next area, but I don't feel like going there just yet. Not until I get and see about the guns being safe and reclaimable when I go to HQ. Yo, pay attention. Your special guns are running out of ammo. Time to visit Plasma Boy for a recharge. Yeah, I figured. And then that there. A shotgun. And that goes further out than the shark blaster. Oh, out of stamina means I'd be relegated to a walk. There is a place to go back to headquarters down there as it is, so I'll go. I'll do this. And only one place to tag here. Thank goodness for the shield. When the shield works out and recharges, that is. Otherwise, I'll take regular damage. I wish I could sprint. Oh, that slows down. And multiple bullets can hit in order to inflict some serious damage. So it really is better to be up close and personal with them, like with typical shotguns. And not walk into something like that. It's almost like being above them is the name of the game. But having a number of different guns with different ammo would be okay. Like all that there. Slow down when you aim, of course, but you have more chance to hit the heads, it feels like. Just like that. Or closer to it. Like that was sure feeling like it. It's not too demanding, but you do still want to be careful. If you underestimate anything, you will get hurt. I want more stars so to get more stuff. Catch-up blast to the head are still fun too. But it is running out of ammo. How much would it cost to get that recharged as well? I think I'll break out the plasma shotgun here. If anything, I gotta be also just as careful against the zombies that can shoot. Because that can be a disaster in and of its very own self. And I kind of ought to avoid those pools. Because now I'm getting a little hurt. But it'll be okay. If I don't step in the stuff, in the gunk. Now I could actually use some health. But what's with this? Sniper rifle. It can go out pretty far. Pretty painful. Pretty long time to reload, too. Yeah, that takes some time to reload. That's like a powerhouse. Need more stars. I wonder why the currency is stars. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just curious. No zombies that time? And that must be for Carne Vera. Or I already forget the name. The boss. Which means I'd want to restock and re-health before I take him on. Letting those plasma bolts hit the heads like that is just too good to pass up. Let me get all this junk here. Blast all these zombies. I do like the after images on the melee attacking too. I think pistols are fine here. Yeah, but some zombies definitely move fast. I kind of don't feel like having them run into me. I say kinda when I super don't mean for them to. Getting these headshots is definitely cool. Alright. We're not done just yet. More boxes to break. More bullets to grab. More stars. And then more dumpsters to open. Oh, I can break the wood too. It's a good thing I tried, because there's stuff hidden in there as well. And I missed my experience. Now that feels like a little Uzi there. If that is, I wouldn't mind having that. Little Uzi Vert. I swear that's the name of the singer who did EXO Tour Life. I say singer because that was not rap. That was definitely a song. So I have 2 skill points I can use. Now I want to be doubly sure. Oh, that's a green thing. A green dumpster, so that, of course that would have health restoration. That makes a whole lot of sense. Pretty weak, but it does give high rate of fire as it should. That's something to be real wary of. There's just one more box or one more dumpster to open, it looks like. We need one more star. Let that box have a star. That box didn't have a star. Well, this would be a little concerning because I need only one more star. And I'm worried I won't be able to open that. Probably because I went too much on the health. Now that I see that there's differences in the dumpsters. Wish I could break this here, but I can't. I just need one more star, and I'm probably not going to be able to get it. That upsets me. Because there ain't nothing else to break. I was so close. The tires don't break. Feels so bad. But before I go, I'll head back to HQ. I'm going to hope. Yes. They do show up here eventually. Don't be that hero who jumps back into the mission without recharging your special guns. Better take them to Plasma Boy. I want that sniper rifle. I probably want that catch-up blaster. Maybe the bigger gun. And I'll go recharge that before I forget. I don't feel like using the shark blaster. What do I feel like upgrading with 3 skill points here? Probably agility. And stamina and attack. I'll do that. It'll be okay enough, I think. So let's recharge it. Talked to all the NPCs and reloaded a special weapon at Plasma Boy. Now you're ready. I reloaded your special guns with plasma bullets. Wipe out those zombies. I didn't talk to all the NPCs. I didn't talk to her. Blue dumpsters are the ones with the weapons. The green ones restore your health or have they have first aid. Now I've talked to all the NPCs. Now I'll head back out and then we're all ready to go. Will they respond? Can I go back and grab that dumpster? It's feeling like I could. I'd love to be able to. So I'm going to check. And I may be able to redeem myself there and get that last blue dumpster. I'm going for it. But I probably could still also break all this too. I think that'll be okay enough. That is, if my melee attack would actually hit Doggo. That didn't feel so hot. I'm glad to get stars. Stars. Now we can see what's in here. Golden gun? Is it really a golden gun or is it just a gold-plated gun? Shorter range, but I'd like to think it's got some stopping power. I know that does. Now I'll go through here. It might be a little something. I don't know how much of a big deal it is, but it's still a pistol, which is still a good all-around weapon. And I can't think of that there. But I know there are multiple zombies and zombie types around, so I ought to deal with them. I've slowed myself down. I want to get rid of the ads. Or just the small fry. Now I've killed 100 zombies with special weapons. Including the catch-up blaster. Why don't I sniper rifle that? And avoid getting slime thrown at me. Alright, that's dead. And that's a regular key. Oh, that gun confuses enemies. Interesting. Good to know, if need be. And I I do have stars. So that's health, though. Do I need that? Should I get it? But if it has similar stopping power to another gun, another pistol, then at least this one has the chance to confuse. I think it'll be okay to get me some health here. But I ain't wasting my ammo for sniper on a slime like that. No, thank you. I'll just recover my health. Then we'll make our way up this way. So I've seen two objectives: defeat a tough enemy or tag a place. So let me stay aware of that. And let me tag this. Cute little bee there. And I was thinking a slime would be around somewhere. They can hit me when I have a shield up. It'd only take 1 HP from me. That's no big deal. That is the past there. Do I want to go in and spend my skill point already? I could. Maybe I will. And can dash through the puddle. But I'd like to know if there's a way to really get into the nitty-gritty of the weapons we have. Now that's nice. But it looks like it won't reload until I actually go through. No, it did. I don't think I need to go back to HQ at the moment. Doesn't feel all that necessary. But I'm glad about that rapid fire. Maybe I'll save it for later. Maybe I'll just keep firing catch up at their heads. I think when the reticle's red, that's gonna be a headshot when you aim. That's sure what it feels like. There's 4 places to tag here. That said, that's not a lot to tag. I still gotta tag it. There's a big group of enemies. Let me blast them. So that was a lot. And in fact, I break those boxes down, they're gonna come all the way at me. Maybe this is a good time for the rapid fire here. I think it is. I don't mind snipering that. Yeah, now that we can breathe, it's okay. And somehow a bite missed. And so has the basketball been missing. I hate that. Is there a way down through there? Or is that all blocked off? That definitely wasn't. Don't feel like there's a way down through there, otherwise they'd be coming at me. No, that's all in the past. Let me reload that too. But I guess these zombies really don't like the art. They don't like the graffiti. So that makes them out to be like the police in, what is it, Shibuya-cho or Tokyo-cho, or where is Jet Set Radio set? And let me break all that down before I tag this wall. Look at them come in so fast. So dangerous if I'm not careful. But then look at how I keep them all off me. But I need to not get hit so my shots can't, or my shield can regen. It's very Halo-esque with that. I didn't even pay attention. So I definitely see a health or a first aid dumpster. You trying to tell me they don't like cats? Is that why they're running after me? They hate that I sprayed a cat on a wall. It's not even their wall as it is. I don't want that backpack to go away if it does go away, which I hope it doesn't. While there's nothing to worry about, I'll reload that too. Go back and open that. I feel like that's in this area, not the next area. I almost thought that was toast. While we get rid of them here. Dash out of the way. I spent 1,000 bullets. There is stuff being done and time being made. Yeah, that should be right back down this way. Oh, I painted the flag Brazil on one wall. That's very necessary. So it ain't Argentina, it's Brazil. Honeycomb gun? Oh man, it's shooting bees. You can attach a beehive to your sword or whatever weapon you're using and swing it, and bees will fight on your behalf in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That was one of the most hilarious things I discovered back in 2024. Or was it 2025? I think it was 2025, actually. And look at them swarm. That's actually helpful special weapons there. I think I want to do that once and then get more in. A little burst fire can be what the doctor orders at times. But a stream like that when they're close up would also be helpful. And so would get in that backpack. I didn't even notice what I got. I was too busy laying into them. And there's plenty to grab down there. I can't hit them through the wall with that. Which kind of makes sense. Now, why don't I hit them with bees? Then with lead. There are plenty of them around. And what do we have in here? Can't tell what that is. Water gun. Is that of any relevance or import? What does water do to them? Yeah, I don't know what water does. Because of that, I feel better going back to the bee gun. The killer bees. Nothing else around here except for a place to tag, so let me do that. Let me back up out of there. How about some bees? I know that's very helpful. bees ain't sticking around, the poison sure can. And I don't need to spend any stars to heal. Not when I can go right back to HQ. And then I'll go recharge my special ammo. And I'll spend a skill point after all. What is this if not zombie research? Yeah, I know to take the guns, the plasma boy, and get them fixed up. That's exactly what I did. Maybe I want more agility. Yeah, attack has a chance on critical hits and melee damage. Yeah, I think that's all right. So I'm glad the guns come with us. So here's the pause menu. We can't exit. And I've been using all that. But I guess there'll be no details on the guns. That feels bad. I wonder if that'd be anything to come in a future update. Everything all gassed up. You can proceed. I saw her. And I see them. And they ain't nothing. That swarm was no big deal whatsoever. How about that? And they big, they gonna hurt. I'd love to know stats and possibilities. And killed 100 zombies with submachine guns here. I do enjoy me submachine guns. So is that just the don't do it sign there? Or can I not tag it? No, I can tag it. I'd like to think it's a machine gun, not a submachine gun. A smaller clip, but surely a little more stopping power than a submachine gun. Sometimes it's hard to decide if I want a submachine gun or a machine gun. I don't mind that burst fire if there's recoil to worry about. Oh, that wasn't enough. And why did I miss that? How about not that and instead that? I'm just glad I got hit when my shield was up. Well, I better reload this before I tag. Better reload that before I tag. And that would be why. I'm getting hit a little more than I care to be right now. Yeah, I'm getting hit a little more than I need to be. The shield's back, at least. I don't feel like melee attacking them. Sometimes I wonder if I'm gonna have more bullets than I know what to do with. But it's possible that later in the game, I would think that, and then I would need more bullets than I have. But the periodic return to recharge my special guns is definitely a necessity. Yeah, I'll kill that up there too. It needs to die anyway. What if I melee them? but then go after big zombies with the sniper rifles. That said, if they're gonna keep coming after me, I need to stop them too. But I've got to get past a wall so that it'll actually hit. Another key, another place to go through. After I open the blue dumpster. That's a gumball shooter, isn't it? I almost thought it would ricochet. No, it sticks them in place, which itself is a pretty nice thing to think about. But I don't know. Kind of like this and the bees. But I could use some health now. And I don't think there's nothing else new gun-wise. Nah, I ain't seen any other blue dumpsters. Nope. I think it's time to move on then. I forgot I had that agility in order to move faster while I have stamina. I totally dashed through that. Getting very strong for having leveled him up to 5 now. All good there too. When do I get to the end of this though? Pretty long place to go through. But there wasn't much to that swarm. And I don't mind it. That must be the end of it all if it's a gold key. I'd really like to think that. There's got to be one more place to return to base. Let me melee them. Oh, here I thought this was going to lead an optional somewhere. This ain't very optional. That's still okay. It tells me to go back the other way to see what's around. There can be a number of zombie dogs. That's definitely a shotgun. I don't enough care for shotguns, especially when I have a sniper rifle. That's already a lot of power. I almost wonder... No, I'll stick with a machine gun. I'll stick with it here. Then I'll head back, recharge. No, I don't even need to recharge. I can just go in with the skill point. Although it would not be smart not to recharge. Better safe than sorry, because what if I'm 4 bullets short? And then I really regret it. But I have 2 other guns. So why would that ever be a problem? I think I'll up my attack for a chance at critical. The guns start filling in on the right side is what it is. That's more ammo, though. I'll stick with that, then. I got way more ammo with that to work with as it is, so it'll probably behoove me better. I don't think that's how to use behoove, but I'm sticking with it anyway. Then there's 100 stars there. Woo. Foam. Or foam. Foam V1, the hungriest zombie. Why can't I snipe in on him? I guess I can't headshot them. And they don't seem to poison neither. Or stick around to sting more and more. Well, that didn't need to hit me the way it did. I need shield back, or I want shield back. So that ain't hidden. Not like I'd like. That, on the other hand, is. Probably need to stay away from those shots, though. And I do not want to be cornered. Bees are working overtime. Yeah, they're doing some real damage. And there goes. That he's taking him back. Riding in like Dr. Wily. They're just blinking out. Whole lot of experience there, but it doesn't feel like much. So that's chapter 1 done, and with an A rank. Is that the highest you can get, or is there an S rank beyond that? I was good with accuracy, and I see names of weapons here. MP5, Glock, SLM. That's what I wanted to know. Now I want to know. That is where you save by going to HQ. Good to know. Because I can call it here. We just saved and it's all cool. I don't know if this is going to be a very long game, but it's a fun enough one. It does look good. And there's plenty of guns to mess around with, and some can be silly. I don't know if it's as chaotic as I care for it to be, but it can get chaotic when you start spraying walls. But this is a sample of Ghetto Zombies. And I have Lurkit and Nuntius Games, if that's how it's pronounced, to thank for allowing me to show this to you. Now, keep in mind, this isn't the only game. There's a whole number of other games to show you, like surely something somewhere. I'm not going to risk pointing at where that card is, but trust me, you'll see it. You'll see some other game I sampled, and I want to think you'll have a good opinion of it too, or you'll at least know what to expect.